Welcome to the Hamsley Analytics Daily Market Commentary. I'm Paulo Navarro. Today is Thursday, April 19, 2012. For the economic data, today we got initial claims which came at 386,000 and we're expecting 375,000. For the markets, the S&P 500 futures saw a high of the day of 1386.5 and a low of the day of 1365.5. We closed at 1372.5. Today's volume was 2.6 million contracts, a lot higher than the 20-day moving average of 1.7 million contracts. For the Nasdaq Futures, we saw a high of the day of 2735 and a low of the day of 2671.5. We closed at 2683.75. Today's volume was 435,000, higher than the 20-day moving average of 270,000. For the market internals, the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline differential closed at negative 427. The Nasdaq advanced decline differential closed at negative 613. There were 18 new 52-week highs for the S&P 500 and 2 new 52-week lows for the S&P 500. Okay, here we have the daily chart for ES. So you could see we were 5.75 handles down for the day. We sold off throughout the day after lunchtime, sold off pretty hard and then just bounced back something. Some interesting points here. This is the third day that we've been bouncing off the 0.6 line, which is not positive. We're not being able to break and go higher. CI is basically flat right now, nothing happening to the upside or to the downside. Another thing to mention here, we did close below the 50-day moving average for ES and also for the SPX. If you look, we closed below the 50-day moving average for SPX. This is the daily chart, which is not positive, and continue to see some resistance on the 20-day moving average. Tomorrow is gonna be around 1392. We need to watch that level to break it and close above it to get some upside momentum. So we'll see what happens with that. For gold, you could see here today we basically were flat for the day, 0.20 higher, 3 points, not much. Also bounced off the 20-day moving average at 1657. We continue to find some support at 1630, 33. So those are the short-term support and resistance. We're still looking to watch the 1600 level and some momentum to the downside, basically some consolidation around this area. For silver, same, we were up 0.76%. We're still at 31.72. We've been on a range right now, making a consolidation. We'll see if the next leg goes lower and we are able to break the 31 level and go and test the high 20s. So that's the next step here on the silver futures. For the bonds, today, as you could see, we were 0.2% higher, not much. Basically, we're range bound. We're not making new highs for the bonds, but we are not selling off either. So we'll see what happens here, if we're gonna go and test the highs here, or if we're gonna continue to make another lower high on the US bonds, the 30-year. Last chart, we're gonna look at the VIX. So you could see here the VIX was down 1.5%, nothing. Still continues to be range bound. Last couple of days, you see we're making lower highs, but we're not making lower lows. So still we're gonna look at the 100-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. That has been the range that we've been trading on the VIX right now. We're watching for a breakout or breakdown here. Maybe go and test the 2460 level or go and test the 15 levels again. So we'll see what happens with the VIX. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.